motion.
Welcome to Wheelchair Basketball Asia Oceania Championships. And now we have a competition between Australia and the state of Kuwait. The following are the names of the players representing Australia. Number 2, Frank Pinder. Number 3, Jalen Brown. Number 5, Bill Langton. Number 6, Stephen Elliott. Number 7, Lachlan Dalton. Number 8, John T. Brown. Number 9, Tristan Nolans. Number 10, Frank Jennings Bear. Number 11, Tom O'Neill Dorn. Number 13, Luke Popo. Number 18, Philip Evans. Number 23, Jeremy Tyndall. The state of Kuwait. Number 0, Majed Al-Dohe. Number 1, Hassan Dashti. Number 6, Mohammed Al-Harif. Number 12, Fahad Al-Bastaki. Number 14, Hamad Al-Adwani. Number 20, Mohammed Al-Adwani. Number 22, Abdul Wahab Abu Shirbar. Number 23, Faisal Al-Hariji. Number 24, Abdullah Al-Bukhar. Number 30, Ahmad Al-Mutairi. Number 37, Ibrahim Al-Dabir. Number 94, Abdul Rahman Abdul Muttalaf. Please stand for the national anthem of Australia. Empire 1, Soo Ik-sun from Korea. Empire 2, Ryotaro Kishi from Japan. Commissioner Taishi Nishimura from Japan.
Welcome back to Bangkok. We're on court number 1 now for the third quarterfinal here in the men's section of the 2025 IWBF Asia Oceania Wheelchair Basketball Championships, and we're bringing you the game between Australia and, of course, Kuwait. Having a look at the Australian team: number 2 Frank Pinder, number 3 Jalen Brown, number 5 Bill Latham, 6 is Stephen Elliott, 7 Lachlan Dalton, number 8 John T. Brown, 9 Tristan Knowles, number 10 Yannick Blair, 11 Tom O'Neill Thorne, 13 is Luke Popel, number 18 Philip Evans, and number 23 is Jeremy Tyndall. The men from Kuwait at 00 there we have Shafula Fakiri. We've got number 1 Hassan Dashti. Number 6 is Al Gharib, number 12 is Al Bastaki, number 14 is Aladwani, number 20 is Mohammed Aladwani too, also Aladwani, number 22 is Abu Shayba, number 23 is Faisal Al Jahehi, at number 24 Abdullah Al Qadi, number 30 is Ahmad Al Mutari, 37 is Al Habib, and number 94 is Abdul Rahman Abdul Mutalib. Sure. Match officials for this game from Chinese Taipei is Chi Shun Xin Hao, assisted by the umpires Soo Ik-sun and Raitarui Kishi. After that tongue twister, we're almost ready to go. And action underway here in Bangkok. Jalen Brown, now Bill Latham, and Neil Thorne. Quick pass into Jalen Brown, and Jalen Brown will pick up the first points of this game. And for Kuwait, number 24 is Abdullah Al-Khaldi. 8-second violation will go against Kuwait. Bill Latham for the Rollers, and quick interchange play here from the men in green, gold and green, and Latham takes Australia up to 4. And away comes Kuwait, the number 30, their best player, Ahmad Al-Mutari. Al-Mutari now at the line. Jalen Brown in possession for Australia. Needs to get the ball over the halfway line. He manages to do so. Finds Yannick Blair. O'Neill Thorne plays it through to Phil Evans. Evans takes Australia up to 6. 23 is Faisal Al-Jahehi. I say Al-Rajahi, and now it's Jalen Brown. Quick pass through to Philip Evans, and Philip Evans converts for Australia. Ball launched up the court towards the number 00 there, Fakiri, and Fakiri is out of bounds. Latham will convert for the Rollers, and Australia up to a 9-point lead. 7:50 left in the first period. Kuwait now battling to get the ball over the halfway line. 8-second violation is called once again, and early indications are that Kuwait are in for a long afternoon here. Tom and Neil Thorne. Jalen Brown. And Jalen Brown took us out of the ball just as he was about to catch it, and ricochets off his hand out of bounds. Number 24 for Kuwait there is Al-Khaldi, and foul goes against Kuwait. So Philip Evans will inbound from the Australian baseline here. Tom and Neil Thorne will pick up the ball, plays it out to Jalen Brown. Latham, and Latham rolling back, puts up the shot, that will count. And Fakiri in the meantime will pick up the foul. Latham picks up the rebound from his free throw and adds 2 more to the Australian points tally there. 13-point advantage. 6:50 left here in the first period. Al Gharib will launch the ball out to Kuwait's number 23, Faisal Al-Rajahi, and Al-Rajahi takes Kuwait up to 3. Jalen Brown in the meantime for the Rollers, just drifts into the paint, gives it to Bill Latham. Latham takes Australia up to 16. Al-Gharib, Al-Khaldi, closely watched by Brown. Kuwait struggling to get past the Australian defence at the moment. And 3-point attempt will go up, won't drop. Latham couldn't pick up the rebound and falls nasty for the Kuwaitis. Al Gharib tries to scoop the ball up under the arm there of Latham. Al Matari. And away comes Tom O'Neill Thorne for Australia. Jalen Brown. And it opens up nicely for Jalen Brown. He's not going to turn down that opportunity. Takes Australia up to 18. Second violation going against the Kuwaitis. Timeout called by Hossam Galab. And Ahmad Al-Matairi not looking very happy at the moment as the Kuwaiti number 30. Popel unable to add to the Australian points there. Jalen Brown to Latham. Latham will take the Rollers up to 20. Al-Khaldi, nowhere to go, tries a long pass towards Al Gharib, but Al Gharib was moving in completely the opposite direction. Tom O'Neill-Thorne for the Rollers. Plays it into Latham, and Latham on one wheel gets a shot up, draws the foul, and foul was called against Faisal Al-Rajahi. The Australian big man adds another point to the Australian total. So Australia up to 22 points already, and we still have 4 minutes 14 left here in this first period. Al Gharib looking for a way past the Australian defence. Popel and Pinder blocking the road. Eventually a shot will go out from the Kuwaitis. Al-Rajahi unable to get some points there for Kuwait, and Latham now will pick it up inside the Kuwaiti half. Working with Pinder. Pinder picks for Latham, and Latham plays it out to Tom O'Neill-Thorne, who will play it back into Latham. And the Australians well in control already of this game. Offensive foul goes against Abdullah Al-Khaldi. Lachlan Dalton will inbound for the Rollers. Popel to O'Neill-Thorne. Shot clock at 4. And Popel will put up the 3. Rebound picked up there by Faisal Al-Rajahi, and Al-Matari unable to collect that off the difficult bounce. Popel and Dalton not quite on the same page. Popel passing that one straight out of bounds. Al Gharib trying to get past Lachlan Dalton, and he does so. Adds 2 points to the Kuwaiti total. They're up to 5. 2:45 left here in the first period. Dalton lobs the ball in towards Latham. Latham will put it back to Dalton. Now Tom O'Neill-Thorne. O'Neill-Thorne plays it to Popel, and Popel back to Tristan Knowles. Apologies to Tristan Knowles. The bald head confused me for a second, but Knowles will go to the line. Al Gharib now for Kuwait. And, trying to get the shot up over the big man Latham. Latham will launch the ball to Popel. Popel looking for some space. Cut off there by Al-Khaldi. And Tristan Knowles now will put up a 3. Australia with a 25-point lead, 1:44 still to play here in this first period. Latham launches it out to Knowles, and Justin Knowles will convert. Knowles will play it back to Popel. Popel fakes the three, drives into the paint, passes it out to Dalton. Dalton gets the shot up, and Lachlan Dalton takes Australia up to 34. We're in the final minute of this first period. Al-Matari rolls the ball up to Al-Gharib. Al-Gharib shakes his head, tries to get past Latham. Latham's not falling for that, and the big fella gives the ball to Popel. Popel will glide his way into the paint and takes Australia up to 36. Knowles hits the ball out of bounds, and Al-Khaldi and Al-Gharib's having words with each other, so not going well for Kuwait at the moment. Al-Matari, and his three-point attempt does not trouble the scorekeeper. 6 seconds left here in this first period. So at the end of the first period, Australia 36, Kuwait 5. We'll be back shortly for the second. Second quarter action about to get underway. The referee instructing Al-Gharib to tuck his shirt in. For some reason, Al-Gharib thinks he can rewrite the rule book and is arguing with the referee. Just tuck your shirt in, Al-Gharib, come on. Al-Matari gets us underway now in the second period. Fakiri into Al-Gharib. Al-Gharib gets a shot up. Foul's going to be called against Jeremy Tyndall, so Mohammed Al-Gharib will go to the line for a couple of free throws. The issue of this shirt is still going on, and Al-Gharib throwing his arms up at the referee. The Kuwaitis are arguing that being a double amputee, he hasn't got anywhere to tuck a shirt into, but he surely is wearing a pair of pants under all of that. Anyway, Tristan Knowles for the Rollers. Knowles will play it long in towards Jonty Brown, who's on the court now for the Australians, but Brown unable to add to the points tally. And Fakiri finds the pass into the number 37 there, Ibrahim Al-Habib. Takes Kuwait up to the 7-point mark. O'Neill Thorne to Tristan Knowles. Knowles back to O'Neill Thorne. He'll put up the three. No, he won't. Jonty Brown will get up a shot, but he is fouled there by the number 37, Ibrahim Al-Habib. Jonty Brown takes Australia up to 37. Opportunity for Australian coach Brad Ness to give some of his bench players a run, an extended run, should I say, in this game. Get them warm and prepped for the upcoming semi-final. Al-Matari, and his shot won't go up just in time. Tom O'Neill Thorne for the Rollers finds Jonty Brown. Brown unable to convert for Australia. Al-Matari launches it up towards Al-Gharib, and Tom O'Neill Thorne goes crashing into the referee. Referee Chi Sin Si Hao. Possession will go to Kuwait. Fakiri for Kuwait finds the pass into the area there where Al-Rajahi unable to add to Kuwait's 7, and on the other side Jonty Brown takes the Australians up to 39, 7:42 to play in the first half, should I say. Al-Gharib. Al-Gharib gets his shot up. Rebound's going to be collected there by Tristan Knowles. Launches it up to Tom O'Neill Thorne. And John T. Brown should take Australia up to 41. Fakiri for Kuwait. .23 there is Al-Rajahi, and Tristan Knowles will pick up the rebound, launches it up to Tom O'Neill Thorne. O'Neill Thorne will find John T. Brown. John T. Brown puts up a no-look shot, and he'll gladly take that. O'Neill Thorne wins possession back for the Australians, and he will convert. Wholesale changes made by the Rollers. On the court now is Popel in possession, Jalen Brown, as well as Stephen Elliott and Frank Pinder. Jalen Brown plays it back out to O'Neill Thorne, back to Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown will put up the shot, doesn't drop. Popel trying to reverse back and pick up the rebound. Possession back in the hands of the Kuwaitis. Al-Khaldi will inbound it from deep inside their own half, launches it up to Fakiri. Al-Matari finds Al-Khaldi, back to Al-Matari, shot clock at 6. He tries to find a pass through to Fakiri, and Fakiri's the last one to touch it. Pinder will inbound for the Australian Rollers. Jalen Brown uncharacteristically missing a shot right under the basket there, and Al-Matari breaks down the other side of the court, and Kuwait will go up to 9 points. 4:49 left of this first half. Foul's going to be called on the Kuwaiti number 37 there, Ibrahim Al-Habib. Fakiri for Kuwait. Jalen Brown for the Aussie Rollers. Tom O'Neill Thorne plays it out to Popel. Popel lobs it up to Jalen Brown. Brown to Popel. Popel will set himself up for the 3. But flat on that occasion, and Fakiri will ask Al-Khaldi to bring the ball up for Kuwait. Kuwait finding it hard going at the moment to get themselves over the halfway line. Jalen Brown in the meantime converts for Australia, and he'll go to the line. Al-Matari puts up the 3, doesn't drop. Jalen Brown will pick up the a rebound, and he launches it towards Popel, and now Pinder back to Popel. And Popel and Pinder work well together to convert, and Australia up to the 50-point mark. Al-Khaldi, 3-point attempt going up there from Kuwait, and Jalen Brown will launch it to Tom O'Neill Thorne, just a little bit too far for Tom O'Neill Thorne, and the number 34 Kuwait there, Al-Matari will inbound. 2:32 left here in this first half. Australia with a massive 50 points to 9 lead. Lachlan Dalton closely watching Abdullah Al-Khaldi, and once again Kuwait turning the possession back to the Australians. Lachlan Dalton for the Rollers. Dalton finds some space in the paint, tries to get the shot up. Good work though from Abdullah Al-Khaldi, wins the possession back for Kuwait. Al-Matari now. But, Australia setting up a roadblock for the Kuwaitis, and making it difficult for them to progress up the court. Popel will pick up the shot there from Al-Khaldi. Popel will drift into the paint. Rebound's going to be collected by Jonty Brown, and Brown is fouled. Shafiullah Fakiri there, the guilty party, so Jonty Brown will be at the line for 2. Australia go to 52 after those 2 free throws from Brown, and Popel steals the ball straight back for the Gliders, and And Elliott in the paint. He's going to be fouled. That foul goes against Abdullah Al-Khaldi. So Stephen Elliott to the line for a chance to pick up his first points of the game. Al-Matari finding a little bit of space, gets into the paint. Australia will pick up the rebound. Final minute of this first half. Popel plays it to Jonty Brown, and Brown keeps the points rolling over for the Australians. Pinder wins the ball straight back for the men in gold. Popel plays it out to Dalton. Dalton fakes the three, drives past Al-Matari and puts up the shot. Popel will pick up the rebound. No look pass towards Brown. Pinder just unable to control the ball. Away comes Al-Matari. Al-Matari to Al-Khaldi. Abdullah Al-Khaldi in possession for Kuwait. Closely watched by Popel. Al-Matari, he'll look to launch a three-point attempt, and Lachlan Dalton, not enough time to get the shot up. So at halftime here in Bangkok, Australia 55, Kuwait 9. We'll be back in a short while for the second half. Second half action about to get underway here in Bangkok. It's the third quarter-final here in the 2025 IWBF Asia Oceania Wheelchair Basketball Championships, and Australia lead Kuwait by 55 points to 9 at the halftime break. Bill Latham leading the point scoring with 16 for Australia. He also picked up 5 rebounds. Tom and Neil Thorne with the 8 assists. Points spread quite evenly amongst Latham, Jonty Brown and Tristan Knowles, as well as Jalen Brown for the Rollers. Lachlan Dalton will get us underway here in the second half for the Rollers. Dalton will set himself up for the 3, doesn't drop, and away comes Al Muteri with the possession for Kuwait. Philip Evans does well to win the possession back for the Australians. Looks like a technical foul is going to be called against the Australians for being over points. Game Commissioner Taichi Nakamura picking that up, so I'm sure the Australian coaching staff will go back to school when they get back to Australia and learn how to count up to 14 points. And, definite banter will be going around the restaurant after this game about that situation. So Australia have now reshuffled the pack, and onto the court comes Latham, as well as the number 23 there, Jeremy Tyndall. They still haven't got it right. So off goes Tyndall, on comes Pinder. All right, sanity restored, and Tristan Knowles will pick up the possession for the Rollers, and he'll play it out to Evans. Evans back to Tristan Knowles. Shot clock running down. Dalton will put up the 3. It doesn't drop. Abdullah Al-Khaldi and Al-Matari for Kuwait, and he does a good job of making sure Kuwait go up to 12. Timeout will be called by Australian coach Brad Ness. Lachlan Dalton finds Tristan Knowles. Knowles will set himself up, puts up the 3, and Australia now up to 58 points. Knowles wins the possession straight back. Tyndall to Latham, back to Knowles. Knowles thinks about another 3. Gives it to Lachlan Dalton instead. Dalton puts up the shot. Rebound will be picked up by Bill Latham, and the big guy unable to add to the Rollers' points. In the meantime, for Kuwait, Abdullah Al-Khaldi. Al-Matari. Al-Matari puts up the 3. Rebound collected there by Tyndall. Now Evans to Knowles. Tristan Knowles looking for options, finds Latham. Shot clock is running down. Knowles will pick up the rebound and takes Australia up to 60. 7:27 to play here in this third. Al-Matari for Kuwait. Shot clock is going to win the race. Australia win possession back. Dalton will give it to Latham. Now Tristan Knowles. Knowles will put up another 3. Adds to his tally. 63 plays 12. And once again, Australia will pick up the turnover from the Kuwaitis. Latham gets his shot up. Al-Jaray, Al-Rajahi. Lachlan Dalton for the Rollers now. Finds Tristan Knowles. Knowles will put up another three. Make that 3 threes in a row there for Tristan Knowles, and that will shoot him up the leaderboard in terms of point scoring in this particular game. Tristan Knowles looking to win the possession back for Australia. Knowles now up to 18 points, tie with Bill Latham as the leading point scorer of the game. Ball stripped away there from Lachlan Dalton by Abdullah Al-Khaldi, and Dalton will be called for the foul. Substitution for Australia. Stephen Elliott will come on, as will Luke Popel. Off goes Latham and Philip Evans. Tristan Knowles, and he'll set himself up and unable to take his tally up to 20. Elliott will go crashing into the advertising banners at the back there. No damage done to either the player or the branding. Luke Popel for the Rollers now. 4:40 left here in the third period. And Tristan Knowles will look to make it shaped up to put up the three. Faked everybody, including the commentator, and Australia up to 70. Tristan Knowles with his 20th points of the game. Knowles now back in possession. Popel to Knowles to Dalton. Will fake the three. They'll look to play it out to Popel. Just gets a shot up in time. Rebound almost collected by Elliott. Foul's going to be called against Al-Matari. Knowles makes it 4 in a row from the three-point line, takes his tally up to 23, and Australia up to 73. Al-Matari looking for Al-Khaldi, and Australia will come away with it. Popel playing it towards Elliot. Elliot did well and unable to convert, tries to win the rebound. Al-Matari will give it to Al-Khaldi. Great call from the Australian spectators here in the stadium, advising the referee of the 8-second violation. Popel to Knowles, and can Knowles find Popel, but Popel's pass in to Elliot just didn't give Elliot enough time to get the shot up, unfortunately for the Australian number 6. And in the meantime, for Kuwait, Mutari will convert. So points on the board at last for Kuwait. So move towards the final 2 minutes 20 here in this third period. Justin Knowles set himself up. Finds a pass in Stephen Elliott now. Elliott unable to convert, hustling to tap the ball towards Popel, and Tristan Knowles' attempt there didn't drop. Last hand was a Kuwaiti, so Rollers will pick up the possession. Quick pass into Lachlan Dalton. Dalton takes Australia up to 75. We still have 2 to play here in the third. And Rollers winning it back. Tyndall. Popel now. Tristan Knowles. Popel back to Knowles. Knowles will need to get the shot up, but he gives it to Popel for 3. Rebound's going to be collected by Al-Matari. Al-Matari. Finds Al-Rajai. Al-Matari. Shot clock at 6. And Kuwait will need to put up a long 3, and rebound collected there by Tristan Knowles. Final minute of this third. Knowles in possession. Plays it out to Luke Popel. And Tristan Knowles will put up another 3. And has been on fire from that 3-point arc, has Tristan Knowles. Rajani unable to make anything happen there for Kuwait. Lachlan Dalton taps it back towards Knowles. Knowles gets bashed out of bounds. Kuwait looking for the foul. Nothing given. So, quick look at the points leaders for the game. Tristan Knowles finds himself on 29 points. Tristan Knowles with the 6 3-pointers, 6 from 7 from the arc. Kuwait will get us underway here in the final period. The dejected figure there of Kuwaiti number 30, Ahmad Al-Mutairi, is going to get us underway. Three-point attempt goes up there from Abdullah Al-Qaldi, and he converts. Some positive start here by Kuwait in the fourth period. Jonty Brown will pick it up for Australia. Tristan Knowles. Quick pass back into Jonty Brown. Brown gets a shot up, doesn't drop. Foul's going to go against Kuwait. And that's on number 94. Abdul Rahman Abdul Mutabalib. Knowles picks up the loose ball. Jonty Brown will give it back to Knowles. Knowles closely watched there by Al-Mutairi, and Australia pick up the loose ball as Kuwait lose concentration. Knowles will play it towards Brown. Now Tristan Knowles. And foul's going to be called against Al-Mutairi. Knowles will find Yannick Blair, and good work there from Stephen Elliott. Gets points on the board, the Australian number 6. Fakiri to Al-Qaldi. Al-Mutairi. Shot clock at 4. He has to get up the shot. He does. And Elliott will pick up the loose ball. And he will bring it up for the Rollers. Gives it to Tristan Knowles. Knowles will give it to Jonty Brown. But Brown just pitching his tent a little bit too long there in the paint. Called for the 3 seconds. Abdullah Al-Qaldi for Kuwait. Al-Mutairi now. Al-Qaldi puts up for the 3. Rebound's going to be picked up by Knowles, and Knowles will get a quick turn of pace to work his way up the left-hand side of the court. Back to Jonty Brown. Back. He gives it to Knowles, and Knowles enjoying this outing at the moment. Gives it to Brown. Brown will take Australia up to 83. .24-second violation goes against the Rollers, so 7 minutes to play here in this game. Of course, Kuwait coming through the second division pool here in this competition, and finding it difficult against one of the favourites for the tournament. Is fouled there by Stephen Elliott. Elliott will take a break. Phil Evans, and Jeremy Tyndall now on court for the Rollers. Al-Matari to Al-Khaldi. Long-range shot there. Tristan Knowles will bring it away once again for the Rollers. And doesn't drop on that occasion for Jonty Brown. Jonty Brown will take Australia up to 89. Fakiri, Al-Gharib. Al-Gharib will find Al-Matari. Shot clock at 8. Al-Khaldi unable to add to Kuwait 17 points, and away comes Jonty Brown for the Rollers. Luke Popel, Tristan Knowles. Number 22 there for Kuwait is Abdul Wahab Abu Shaiba, and foul goes against the Rollers. 91 plays 17, 4:24 left in the game. Tristan Knowles will bring it up for the Rollers. Closely watched there by Al-Gharib. Jonty Brown will get the shot up. He's fouled there by Kuwaiti number 23, Faisal Al-Rajahi. Pinder wins the ball back for the Australians. It opens up for him. He gives it to Luke Popel, and Popel pushes the Australian score closer to the 100-point mark. And Pinder wins the ball straight back from Al-Gharib. And Al-Gharib reaches in, taps the ball to Popel. To Tyndall. And Popel now will inbound for Australia. 3 minutes 40 left of the game. Tristan Knowles sets himself up for another three. Doesn't drop on that occasion. Ball falls to Jeremy Tyndall. Now Knowles. Jonty Brown will convert for the Australians. Al-Mutari puts up the shot, doesn't drop. Jeremy Tyndall plays it towards Pinder, but the possession is stolen back, and Al-Mutari will get a shot up, doesn't drop. 2:36 left of the game. Kuwait through Al-Rajahi, and away comes Jonty Brown, gives it to Tristan Knowles. Al-Gharib will be blown for the foul. Knowles takes the Australian score up to the 99-point mark, and he has picked up 35 points in this game. Al-Gharib up against Knowles, and Knowles will pick up the rebound. Pinder to Jeremy Tyndall. Tristan Knowles gives it to Popel. Popel will play it in towards Jonty Brown. Doesn't drop. 1:32 to play in this game. Al-Mutari, and he'll be blown for the offensive foul. Tristan Knowles turns away, thinks about the pass into the paint, which he does, and Jonty Brown pushes the Australian score over the 100-point mark. Long range 3-point attempt there from number 22. Abdul Wahab Abushaya. And away comes Australia now with Luke Popel. Plays it back to Tristan Knowles. Final 32 seconds of the game. And, Knowles will play it back to Popel. Popel puts up a 3. Rebound collected by Al-Matari. So final stages of this game. Australia will progress very comfortably through to the semi-finals tomorrow. Tristan Knowles looking to get the final shot up. He doesn't. Takes too long, and at the end of the game, Australia have beaten Kuwait by 101 points to 17, and we'll be back tomorrow with the semi-final action here in Bangkok at the 2025 IWBF Asia Oceania Wheelchair Basketball Championships. My name's Jerry Smith, and we'll be back tomorrow.